What is up guys, my name is Chase and welcome back to another Q&Chase video where I answer questions exclusively from the Yama squad. Today's video is brought to you by Redfire, who asks, what state do you live in? So before I answer this question, how about let's go outside for once. So here we are actually outside, as you can tell by the very real beach background behind me. If you can't tell, I was born and raised in the state of Hawaii, the state where the weather never changes throughout the year, and we pay ridiculous prices for shipping. So having lived on a tropical island my entire life, you could probably imagine that I really like the beach, but no. Every time we took family trips to the beach or anything, I would just bring my Nintendo DS and just play that. And overall, I would say the gaming culture here in Hawaii is a lot more like niche and almost underground. I have a video on this channel where I went to an anime convention, so the nerds are out there and they do exist. But I would say in general, there is a pretty big majority of people who do just enjoy going to the beach and actually doing things that you could only do here in Hawaii. But anyway, I've had enough of this outside business. Let's go back home and talk more about gaming in Hawaii. Being a gamer in Hawaii can be pretty interesting. If anything, just because of how different the gaming community can feel here in Hawaii compared to any other state. Which is why when it comes to actually buying video games, there are only a few options out there, at least that I've seen. Now obviously we have some chain stores that sell video games. We have a few GameStops here, which is usually my go-to for buying video games. But of course there's also Best Buy, which I did actually go to recently just to see what the video game section was like, and they had a bunch of different video game options. They even had the PS5 on display. Usually Best Buy isn't my first choice for video games, but it is definitely an option if I'm looking for a specific video game product. And then of course there's like the lowest of the low for buying video games, which is like Target or Walmart. As a socially awkward hermit, I absolutely hate going to Walmart or Target to buy video games, because usually what it means is flagging down an employee in order to get me a video game, and I absolutely hate having to go up to another human being to ask if I can get Nintendo Switch Sports. But more recently, I've actually been going to this store called Book Off. I want to say that this is apparently a Japanese chain store, but I believe they have a couple of locations in the US. But in my experience, Book Off has sold quite a few niche used video games. Usually when I go to Book Off, I like to see what Nintendo 3DS games they have, as well as what PS Vita games they have. Oftentimes they have like containers full of imports, which is always like interesting to see. And from the times that I've found their prices to be like okay. Sometimes I have honestly gotten ripped off at Book Off, namely when I bought a used Super Mario Bros. For the Famicom. But if anything, I like going to Book Off just to look at what kind of video games they have. It's always fun to see these more rare niche video games on their shelves. And of course they have a bunch of like other stuff to look at. So anyway, that is like a gamer's experience here in Hawaii. Once again, thank you to Redfire for asking the question and making this video possible. If you guys would like to ask a question and be featured in a video, feel free to join the Yama squad. Let me know in the comments where you guys are located and what the gaming community is like where you live. If you want to watch another Q&Chase video, feel free to check it out below. For now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chase and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.